So, Stoyan Koprivlenski, you're a professional kickboxer. We are both Bulgarian, we can speak in Bulgarian, but because it costs me a lot of work with the subtitles, we're gonna do it in English. I have to ask you, first of all, you fought in Bulgaria on July the 12th, you got the victory, and now you were on vacation for about 3 weeks, I believe. How was your vacation in Bulgaria?
It was great. For me, vacation, it's very hard work. I mean, because I never do like full vacation. It's always trainings. I only rest like 3 days after the fight and then I get back to the gym. So it was like more easy and recovery trainings. But on the second week I started already 2 times a day. And just the good thing is that I'm doing some other things and I have a little bit more energy because trainings are a little bit lighter than here and than in the preparation. So I have more time there to see my family, my friends, and do some different things, some normal things that the normal people do. The things that normally when I'm in a camp, when I'm in a preparation for the fight, I don't do.
And what are the things that you can do when you're in Bulgaria that
Like
you
I
can't do
said-
here?
Yeah, like I said, see my family, which is the most important. See my friends, like I go sometimes in the clubs. I go to some nice restaurants, and I don't know what else. Just spending time with friends. That's the most important.
I have to ask you because we just spoke about that, but many fighters, they're more nervous about the interviews than the fighting itself. Can you tell me how do you experience that? What is more nerve-wracking, the fighting part or the interviews?
The thing is like with everything you can get used to. In the beginning, when I got the first interviews or when I go on the live in the television, I got a little bit nervous. I was a little bit shy. I didn't know what to say, and then I look at the video. I was thinking, why should I say more? Why I said that? Why I should say something else? But with the time, you get more confident, more relaxed, and this with also with the fighting. In beginning, you're stressed and you're afraid, and then it get more easy, and it's just part of your life.
Yeah, but what I'm very curious to know is you just came back from vacation in Bulgaria. I believe on the 3rd or 4th of August you came back. So every time when I come back to the Netherlands from vacation in Bulgaria, and when I step in the plane, I'm like, man, back to business, back to hard work, back to all these things. How do you feel when you step on the plane and all right, I'm going back to business?
Yeah, that's a really good question. For me, I do this for maybe almost 10 years, and if I come back from vacation and start to work, I just switch like this. For me, it's very easy. I switch immediately. I even sometimes switch even during the vacation. So for me, this is not a problem. I don't feel good when I don't work, when I don't train, when I don't feel good because I always think like, okay, maybe my opponents are training. Okay, I did a good win, I knock out, and great performance. But maybe my opponents now are training during. I am resting like 3 days or 4 days, so I have to start again. So I'm always thinking like this. So this gives me motivation.
But for example, when you're in Bulgaria, you said even on vacation you're training like 2 times a day. So
Yeah.
how do you train? What do you do? What is your training on vacation?
On vacation, normally I do running in the morning, and then if I have a friend who can hold pads, we bring pads and gloves, or I find a gym where I can punch the back. Basically, that's it. Like cardio is the most important, so I always try to run. Even if I cannot do boxing or kicking or kickboxing, I'm always running. So maybe 2 times a day running, just so my blood can still flowing.
Yeah,
Go.
but is it interval running or is it just 10 kilometers, just slow pace?
Yeah, it's just slow pace, just to run, just so you can muscles stay in working mode.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then, so you train twice a day in Bulgaria. Then you come back to the Netherlands. You came back on the 4th of August. Now you're back to training, I can imagine. And you will be fighting on the 7th of September. So, what is the training process now? How much do you train? How many days a week do you train? How do you train? What's the intensity?
I came Wednesday, and since that day, so it's already 10 or 11 days. I didn't rest. We train every day, even Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is a sparring normally, and there are some days like almost every day is like two time a day training. There are some days, sometimes 3 time a day trainings. The schedule is always the same: 7 o'clock in the morning training till 9, and then 12:30 till 2, one more, and if I have energy, I go at 6 again till 7, or if not, I'm rest, and the next day again.
What I'm very curious to know is, you just like me, you come from Bulgaria, you're here purely for work. Basically, kickboxing is your job. But you're in a foreign country, maybe you already have friends, you know a lot of people here, but still this is not your home, you're not at home here. So what do you do in your free time? How do you relax from this kickboxing stuff?
Normally during the week, I almost don't go nowhere. I just stay at home, and I rest, and I recover my body and prepare my mind for the tomorrow training. And during the weekend, if I have a little bit more free time, and I go out with friends, just some normal stuff like drink coffee, eat at a restaurant, go in the mall, in the shopping mall, something like this. Mm-hmm. It's nothing too special, nothing too fancy, nothing to change my routine. So I always go to bed like maximum at 10 o'clock in the evening. So that's it.
So you're a very disciplined person. But how do you remain so disciplined? Obviously, I can imagine there are people saying to you, "Oh, come on, let's go out tonight. You know, let's have fun. Maybe let's do something." But you say, "I go to sleep 10 o'clock." So, how do you stay disciplined despite all the distractions?
I don't know. I just do this very, very long time. I really don't know how I do, but I know that if I want to succeed, I have to make sacrifices. I even read one quote of Donald Trump. He said exactly that. All the successful people must do sacrifices. It doesn't matter what, time, free time, family, friends, going out with clubs, drinking, diet if you want, whatever. If you want to succeed in whatever in the life, business, sport, or whatever, you have to do sacrifices. So this is always in my mind. We have to do sacrifices to succeed. You have to know your goal and just going.
But how do you define success? So what is, when you finish with your career, what will success have meant? How do you define it? What is success? You're already a world champion in K1. Yeah. So what do you need to achieve to say, okay, I am successful?
I think this never will come. Like, I already feel for myself successful, but I can become more and more and more and more. And it's just the way. It's just the way through all the fights, all the camps, all the hard work, all the sacrifice you do. This is the most important thing, and you cannot define success. And if you say, okay, I want to, when I become K1 champion, okay, this for me is enough, then you are done. And then maybe you will not become K1 champion. So you always have to look for more and more and more, and to just become better. Why not to become a 2-time K1 World Max champion? Why not?
Yeah, but you're a very motivated person, a very motivated individual. How many years do you still got in kickboxing? How long are you gonna keep fighting?
It all depends from the everything depends from the traumas you have, from the injuries you have. It depends from the motivation in your mind that you have. Normally, one fighter is in his prime to 35 years old, 34, 35 years old, and we'll see. I'll see. Yeah. For now, I feel good. I feel motivated. I feel strong. I see that I'm growing, even technically. I'm improving myself, and conditioning also I'm improving myself, and everything is becoming better and better. When I feel it's not going good, then we'll see.
But as a person who, even on vacation, trains 2 times a day, imagine you get injured, and you have been injured in the past. You have broken your hand a couple of times. Yeah. What is it like for you when you're injured? How do you, especially mentally, how do you experience that mentally when you're injured?
Yeah, the best thing to do is just keep training, just keep doing something. even if it's broken hand, you have to do running or bicycle, or just punching with one hand. If you one time I have problem with my leg, then I focus more on boxing. I couldn't kick with that leg. I kick with the other leg. I focus on the boxing. Like, you just have to do something, just to move little bit, and this is the best thing. If you just stop and wait one thing to recover, one injury to recover, then it's getting worse. Then maybe when you start again, something else can start, and you feel another pain or injury.
Yeah.
So that's why better never stop.
Okay, you're fighting on the 7th of September, which is also my birthday, by the way. You will be fighting then for K1. We cannot say who the opponent is, but I have to ask you, you've got about 1 month, well, actually exactly 1 month until the fight.
Yeah.
And you know you're gonna face an opponent and he will try to knock you out. And you also try to knock him out, of course. But what is your mentality in the morning when you wake up and you know, all right, 1 month from now, somebody's gonna try to knock me out? What is your mentality? How does your day go when you know something big is coming?
Yeah, that you said it. This is the mentality, and this is how you have to approach and go to the training. Like, you know that you have to do all the best for today, or on this, or the morning training, or the afternoon training, so you can be the winner at the fight day. That has to be your motivation. And if you sometimes you want to stop a little bit earlier, or don't do the extra work, because I always do extra work after the training, after the group. So if sometimes I feel I don't want to do it, then I start to think about this. Okay, maybe he got me in this weak point that I didn't train extra, so I have to do it. So this is the motivation that you find. When you have this is exactly that one. When you have this anger or this passion, or if you fear, if you say fear is good thing, then you work extra hard.
But you've got a lot of fire in you. You are one of the most disciplined fighters who I know, because you are always in shape throughout the whole year. And 1 year ago when we spoke, I asked you, where does your motivation come from? You said, I don't know, I just have that motivation. But where would that come from? Is it, how would you explain it? Because it's not normal people don't have that hunger which you have. Where does it come from?
I really don't know. Again, I'm gonna say the same. I really don't know. I just always been like this. I always want to be the best, whatever I do. I always, even when I was younger, I was training football, and I remember we play outside, and if we were, even while we are losing the game, I start to feel very bad, you know. I started to feel very bad, and I got this anger, and I just got emotional and everything. So I couldn't lose in beginning. Now I learn how to lose, but still this gives me more motivation for the next time.
Okay. What is very interesting is the week of the fight, because I know then you have the weight cut a little bit. Obviously the media obligations, the interviews and all that. How do you go through the fight week? What is your mental state in the fight week?
Normally during the fight week I always cut weight. I cut like 6-7 kilos, sometimes more. And mental state is, you just relax. You just relax. No need to stress extra during the fight week, because the fight is, let's say, Saturday or Friday. We are already Monday. Why should I stress 4 or 5 more days? I should be relaxed. I have to sleep good and recover and train to cut my weight. I already did what I have to do during the training camp, and I know what I have to do during the fight, and then it's just reaction. It's everything in my mind, so I don't need to stress extra.
Okay, but on the day of the fight, when you are in the dressing room, and let's say you have to fight in 30 minutes, what goes through your mind in these last 30 minutes?
I always got some plan for the fight, what I should do, and I just keep repeating that in my mind, what I should do, or just imagine what my opponent can do, so I can counter him, or basically that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but very often in a fight, things can go wrong. For example, you can get knocked down. You know, you can get you receive a high kick. You don't know what's going on. When you're in such a crisis situation, what goes through your mind and how do you come back to the plan?
What goes in my mind is just I have to give back the knockdown. That's it, nothing else. Even if it's not a knockdown, even it's a hard punch or a lot of punches, so I know I'm losing, I know I have to give back, so I have to win. That's it. There are two type of fighter. There one type of fighter who, when he get punched hard, he got a little bit afraid, go back, start to defend himself, and there are other type of fighters who get punched, they get aggressive, they want to punch back. Okay, now I give you back. Okay, that's it.
And you're the second time.
Of course, I'm the second.
Okay, but when you became K-1 World Champion, which was a very big achievement, everybody in Bulgaria was proud. You know, I was also very proud. Can you tell me how did it feel back then, 1 year ago, when you came back to Bulgaria on the airport? People came to welcome you. How did that moment feel for you?
It's great. I feel appreciated. I feel that all my work is appreciated from everybody. Everybody is happy. It's just not only my happiness, not only my coach, my teammates, and my team, and it's the family, friends, the whole Bulgaria was proud of my success. They appreciate that because also kickboxing is few years ago was not that popular, and now it's getting more and more popular in Bulgaria, and I'm proud that I have helped a bit for that.
Yeah, but when you're in Bulgaria, how often do you get recognized? And yeah, what is it like for you when you're in Bulgaria? How often do they recognize you?
Yeah, it's happening. I get recognized pretty often.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where I'm, which city, which is good.
Yeah, because we've got boxing. We have Kubrat Pulev, a world champ. He's a former world champion heavyweight. But in kickboxing, before you, I don't think that we had anyone on a high level.
No, in the professional kickboxing, we never had a high level.
Yeah. So, how does it feel for you when you know that you are actually the first one? You are the first Bulgarian kickboxer at that level. How does it feel for you?
It's good, of course it's good. And for me it's not important to be the best Bulgarian fighter or the best Bulgarian sportsman or the best Bulgarian kickboxer ever. For me it's important for me to do the best I can in my career, to be world champion, to be the best in the world. That's it.
But when you finish with kickboxing, what is going to be the next step? Have you ever thought about that?
I still don't know. Still don't know. For sure I'm gonna be in Bulgaria. Probably I'm gonna stay somehow in kickboxing. I don't know how exactly, but I'll try to help and to use everything that I did and I learned through my career to build another champions. My brother, for example, he's 22 years old and he's growing and going pretty well with kickboxing. So I'll do everything as possible to help him to go on a high level. So that's it.
Can you see yourself as a coach, or can you see yourself as a gym owner, or can you see yourself as a person who doesn't do anything with the sport? What do you think?
Anything for sure, no. I'm always gonna train. I'm always gonna be in the sport. I'm pretty sure in that. And gym owner, I think that's possible. For coach, I don't know. For me, it's a little bit stress, a little bit too much to be there to learn somebody. He's doing the same mistake. You have to repeat. You're doing the same mistake like for days, for every day, for years if you want. I cannot. I don't have this.
Yeah.
This
But this patience, you don't have that patience.
I cannot have. Yeah. I don't have this patience.
Tell me about your brother, because I know he recently fought at Max Fight, I believe.
Last time.
He got the victory. I know he's doing very well in Bulgaria, but what does the future hold for him? Is he coming to the Netherlands? What's going to happen?
Now he's studying in National Sport Academy.
Yeah.
Last year for a kickboxing coach, and when he finished his degree, I think his next step is to come to Netherlands and train here. And then we'll see. Of course, we're gonna start with the small organizations, kickboxing, and then of course we go to the bigger organizations,
But-
Glory or K-1 or some other.
Because he's an A-class fighter, right? He is
Yeah.
a professional
Yeah.
kickboxer. But if he comes here, is he gonna join you in at Mike's gym?
I hope so.
Mm.
Hope so.
Because when you came to Mike's gym in 2017, I believe, you had to clean the gym after the training. You had to prove yourself. It wasn't
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't just stay there. But how will it be for your brother? Can he just come to Mike's gym and join?
I think it will be the same for him. He will have to prove himself.
Yeah.
And just Mike is like that. Mike don't give just chance like this. Maybe you're a great fighter, but if you're that young, if you're that young like my brother, and you need Mike actually more than Mike needs you. So you have to prove yourself. You have to prove that you want it. You want that so much.
Mm.
So yeah, when I come first time, I told Mike, look, I don't have money for a hotel. I don't have money for training, but just I want to fight for you. I want to do a big fights and then train very hard. He said, okay, prove yourself. You have to work some extra in the gym.
Mm.
And then actually I worked like, I don't know, maybe not more than 4 weeks, and then I knock out. I did 4 knockdowns in 1.5 round. One Turkish guy from Rosmalen gym, small gala, and then I think after that Mike saw that I'm serious, and I trained really hard till that time, and then I just stopped working, and everything was okay. But
But what did your parents think about your decision back in the day? Because I know you studied, and I believe you graduated for a ship captain, right? That's
Yeah.
So you did have a diploma. You could stay in Bulgaria, but then you decided to come to the Netherlands. What did your parents think about that decision?
my father didn't like that. We didn't spoke 1 week. When I told him that I'm going to Mike's gym, this was the year that I have to do some stage in marine navigator. My father said, why don't you do a stage? I said, I'm not going to be a captain. I'm going to be a kickboxing fighter. We didn't speak 1 week to each other. Then the day before I have to go to my first camp to Mike's gym, my first bigger camp to Mike's gym. Then my father said, okay, I understand you. I appreciate and I support you in your opinion and in your choice. So that's your choice. Yes, it's good. I support you and I believe in you. Go give 100% of yourself, and that's it.
Hmm. But what is it for your parents like to have their son one of their sons in the Netherlands most of the time, and also competing in one of the most dangerous sports in the world? How do they experience that? Because you don't play football, you fight in a ring.
My mother is always stressed. My father enjoy, but my mother is always stressed. She's worried, and especially when me and my brother are fighting. Like I fight this week, he's fighting next week. Then she's like in a lot of stress for the last 10 days. And I think that's normal because she's the mother. But my father enjoy, my father support, and that's it.
But does your brother have the same hunger as you? Because you are a very motivated person, you really want it very bad. How bad does your brother want it?
I think for his age, he wanted pretty good and hard. He wanted enough. Just he's young. He's 22 years old, and I think he need to grow a little bit more, like to become a man, and then he will understand it even more. What is he doing and how much he has to sacrifice. But for now, what I see, he is very focused. He study in a sport academy, but normally in this sport academy in Bulgaria is a little bit, not everybody become professional sportsman, and some people just enjoy the life. But he don't go to disco. He just keep his regimen, go to sleep early, looking at his food, like he look at the small details. But I believe that, like I said, when he with the years, when he become like more like man, he will start to be more focused and even more hungry in himself, and more motivation and training even harder.
When was the moment for you when you noticed that you actually became a man? Like that moment when your focus became very, very sharp. When was that?
It's not some particular moment, but maybe after 26, 27 years old, I feel also like my power is different. I have the manpower and my body is much more stronger. Or maybe it was about that time, 27, 28. My mind was different then. I started to think like a man and take everything very serious, which is in the sport.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Also, many years ago, you fought against Mohammed Jaraya, and that was, yeah, a very interesting fight. You got the victory. Can you tell me more about that fight? Because I remember Jaraya he got badly hurt. His shin was badly hurt, I believe, of Jaraya when you
No,
fought.
he got cut.
Oh, he got cut. Yeah, that's it. He got
Yeah.
cut. Can you tell me about that fight? What kind of experience was it to fight against Jaraya, and also back then when he was in his prime?
Yeah, he was in his prime. Look, even in Bulgaria, there were a lot of people that didn't believe I'm gonna beat him. Like the fight with Buakaw, many people didn't believe I'm gonna beat him. I believe in myself, and I prepare very hard and very smart for this fight because I got some good tactic. I know he's a fighter who likes to go in the close distance to work with hooks and uppercuts. So I had to keep him in my distance and my tempo. The fight must go in my tempo, and this is what I did. I just focused a lot on the push kick and on the straight punches, jab and right cross, also the knees, and this is where the cut come. When I give him right knee, I open his eye, and then the doctor stopped the referee stopped the fight.
How does it feel for you when you have people saying, "Oh, you cannot beat Jaraya," or you cannot beat Buakaw, and then you get these victories? How does it feel for you when you know, "Oh, you did not believe in me, but I did it"?
Okay, actually, who are those people? I don't speak with people who don't believe in me. I speak with people who believe in me. If I read some comments in internet or if I hear somebody to say, "Who's that guy?" I don't care. You know, he's nobody to me. For me, it's important family and my team. That's it. Even sometimes family don't believe in you. It doesn't matter. The team is important, or sometimes even only you believe. This is important. You have to prove. You have to prove to the family. Sometimes when I wanted to prove to my family, this is what I was saying. You will see. Not when I read some comments, somebody don't believe in me, which I don't know. It's some shitty guy. I don't care.
Yeah. And what do you think about mixed martial arts, about MMA? Because you've got the standing skill, you can kick, you can punch. Have you ever thought about moving to MMA?
Yeah, I was thinking back in the days when, during the COVID, when there were not so many fights in kickboxing, not so many promotions were doing fights. Then I was thinking, now I'm just focusing my career in K-1. It's going pretty well, so I focus there.
And you can also box very well. In the beginning of your career, I thought that you were not that good at boxing, but now you're a very sharp boxer. Have you ever thought about, because you've got these organizations in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai, you know, these Sheikh Turkey with the big money.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about boxing?
Yeah, boxing I like more. Boxing I would do.
But is it possible at this stage of your career, because you have a name, in kickboxing you're a big name, you have fought for the title with Glory, you're a K-1 world champion. Is it not possible for you to do some boxing fights?
If you believe, everything is possible. That's it.
Okay, okay. But you would do that, boxing fights?
Boxing? I don't know. I just said I like it. Maybe I would do. Maybe it depends from the offer. Maybe it's some good offer. Maybe it's some nice event, nice gala.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Last couple of questions for you. As a person who came here in 2017, you had no money, then you became a world level kickboxer, you became a K-1 world champion. Can you tell me what kind of mentality did it take to achieve all these successes?
A lot of sacrifice this take. A lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, early mornings to get up and do whatever you have to do, even when you don't want it.
Yeah. a lot of sacrifice, hard work. I appreciate the time. We spoke a long time. I said 15-20 minutes. We spoke maybe 40 minutes. But
That's fine.
I appreciate the time. I wish you all the best on the 7th of September. And I hope you become K-1 world champion once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.